Parts of northern Italy are on high alert for landslides and heavy rain and floods, which have already left 14 dead and thousands homeless.
In more remote villages, some residents are running out of food and drinking water, with aid workers unable to reach them. Our correspondent Sofia Batitza reports.
An entire village underwater. People forced to move around using canoes. Others taking refuge upstairs as the ground floors of their homes are submerged in floodwater. This is the devastating reality for dozens of towns in the region of Emilia-Romagna, after 6 months of rain fell in 1 day and a half. More than 15,000 people had to flee their homes. This woman says that the walls started to crumble. Then water came in through the windows and from the garage. Her son lost everything he owns.
Divers rescued us at midnight. There were 6 of them. They broke through our gate with a boat. 3 of them loaded our grandma on a dinghy. They were very kind.
Water started to get into my house at around 1 in the morning. I am disabled. I was lying on the sofa. I never thought the water would enter with such violence.
For days, rescue workers have waded through mud and debris to try and save people, but it's proving to be difficult because so many roads are flooded.
You can see the damage everywhere you look here. When rivers like that one broke their banks, they inundated entire towns and villages. Some of them are still underwater. And even though it's stopped raining now, the emergency is not over, and people here are still scared.
The Prime Minister has allocated 30 million euros to tackle the emergency. But many are urging the government to put in place a national plan to deal with floods caused by climate change, which are becoming more and more common in Italy. This is a broken community. And with more rain expected at the weekend, the whole region remains under a red alert weather warning, which means this emergency is far from over. Sofia Batitza, BBC News.
Well, those pictures absolutely showing the devastation that large areas of northern Italy are dealing with. Matt is also taking a look. Instead, of course, Matt, morning to you. It's not just the clean-up, is it? It's about how they contend with weather, more incoming weather, which just exacerbates an already terrible situation.
Indeed, after what was months of extreme drought, we have seen various bouts of flooding. The latest, of course, this week, turning streets into rivers, and more rain to come this weekend. Now, I know the worst this week has been in the Emilia-Romagna region, but as we go through the weekend, the brighter colours here on our rainfall chart. This shows how much rain will fall over the entire weekend. The brighter colours showing especially across the Western Alps and into the Piedmont region around Turin. We could see 100 to 200 millimetres of rain, and not far behind that across parts of Sardinia. It's these areas where flash flooding, also those landslides will be possible as we go through the weekend, and the various red warnings in place. It is a pretty delicate situation there, and it could worsen for some. Some of that rain also spreading into parts of southern France, where the local authorities actually welcome it. Drought has been impacted here. This is the area of low pressure. It's been named as Storm Nino. Stays way to the south of us. So whilst we've got low pressure in the south of Europe, we've got high pressure in the north.